Hey, you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. Today, I want to do a twin flames check in, and oh, I don't know. Do I need that other deck? No, I think I'm just going to use the one deck. I've got too many things to think about all in one day. I had a really good day today. Lots of blessings and miracles came my way, and I want you to, if you've lost a little bit of hope or you're not feeling as happy as usual, I want you to tap in to source energy. Okay, now when you tap into source energy, you're going to feel more connected in your shoulders and in your back, and also in your solar plexus. Okay, you won't feel as fatigued as well. So I have noticed the success rate for twin flames, and I've helped many twin flames come into union. But I have noticed that the ones who have a connection to source, whoever that is for them, whether that's God, Allah, Buddha, and prayer in general, have a really high success rate of coming together, because they understand that the twin flame journey, wow, there goes the masculine, the twin flame journey is definitely a divine connection. Okay, so when you understand that it's a divine connection, you also understand that you need to connect in with source energy. Okay, alrighty, so we're going to delve into the feminine and the masculine energies, like I say, and the joint energy now is the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so not much movement, a bit of stagnation going on here between the twins. Sorry, I'm just guided to drink lots of water today, so bear with me if I keep sipping. Alrighty, so let me just get some clarifiers so that I can tell you what's going on. With the twin flame journey, I feel like in some ways the divine feminine is pushing and protecting herself. We have dogs barking, and it's this protective energy. She doesn't want to get hurt. Okay, so that's why we have dogs barking. We've also got birds chirping at the same time outside, which means that the divine masculine wants to get a message through, but the energy that's pushing from the divine feminine is disallowing it. Okay, so he might have an excuse like, I've been too busy at work, or I've had lots going on. And she's going, here we have the work card. I'm so busy at work right now, right? But why does he do that? Because he doesn't feel guided to come in. I mean, remember, what I'm trying to say is that this connection is energetic, okay? So let's say you're kind of going through something yourself, which often happens to divine feminine. She goes through sometimes these mini dark nights of the soul, or she has doubts, or she has, periods of feeling melancholy in general. And when that happens, all of a sudden the divine masculine might send a quick message that says, been working lots lately, hope to connect next week, or, that kind of thing. And she's like, oh, that'd be right. But in actual fact, it's what she's doing that pushes him away. So let's get this little reminder of how the divine feminine is the puppeteer here. And if you're not feeling the connection for some reason, if you're pissed off at your DM, if you're, even thinking he's never coming in, then that's what'll happen. You're actually manifesting it by thinking it, which sounds kind of crazy, But if you've been on the twin flame journey for a while, you kind of get these nuances eventually. It takes some time to get the nuances about what's going on. So he is really thinking about bringing an apology to you. He's had a lot going on for real, right? And I just said that, but we have the Page of Cups in reverse and then the Burden card. So it's kind of this I'm sorry, not sorry energy. It's like, I want to say sorry to you for not talking to you, but I've had a bit of stress. I've had a bit of work stress going on. And then the Divine Feminine kind of answers by going, I love this. This is really interesting. Maybe this isn't my twin flame. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I should leave the twin flame journey because I don't feel balanced anymore. You know, I don't feel like there's any love anymore. Divine Feminine feeling upside down because she's not getting the outcome that she wants a little bit here. Now, remember, when we're focused on outcomes, we're focused more in the 3D density, and we don't want to be doing that. We want to be going to 5D. Some of you are really trying hard to remain balanced, but because you're not balanced enough, it sends out this vibration to the universe. And if you watched my video on how the universe is kind of like that movie Under the Dome, or that television series Under the Dome, you know, you push out your energy, and if it's, you know, I'm pissed off with the divine masculine kind of energy, then that can actually send him back to you being pissed off, right? So if you're sending, you know what I mean? I don't know, I kind of want to go sending out an SOS, because sometimes the divine feminine really needs him, and he's just not there at the right time. It's crazy, because when it's really annoying, because when she gets in that shitty energy of I'm not coping kind of thing, he's nowhere to be found most times. And that's because of her energy vibration that she's sending out doesn't attract him. It actually detracts. I don't know, what word am I trying to use? What's the opposite of attraction? Non-attraction, maybe. You know what I mean? So any kind of pissed off energy or any kind of needy energy is the same sort of like as chasing him energetically. So that's an interesting thing to think about. Guided to drink more water. I also want to tell you that he has a decision to make here with relation to love and work. Look at that. I was going to say, I wonder what decision it is, but it's like this toss up. You know, what's more important right now, my work or my love life? For many of them to feel stable in the material world, in the 3D world, they really find that working is important, because if they're going to have a communion or a union with their divine feminine in the future, they want the money. Okay. Now, divine feminine kind of answers this and says, I don't want your money, honey. I want your love. You know, she's like, oi, can you see me standing over here all alone? What are you doing? Where are you? Where's Wally? If your twin flame's name is Wally, that's a huge synchronicity for you today, by the way. The chances of that are probably 1 million to 1. But if you do, if you like those Where's Wally books, that might also be a synchronicity for you today. There's also this feeling of the divine masculine thinking that the divine feminine is kind of trapped in her own mind. She's overthinking everything. And then he wants to say, I know I'm not there right now, but I'm on my way. You know, I want to be there for you, but I just can't be right at this very minute. So for some divine feminines, they're getting into this energy of, well, obviously he doesn't want to work together with me. Obviously he's not seeing the love. And I love how on this card we have the W. Where's Wally? You know, where is Wally? Let's all name our divine masculines Wally. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? If you're not sure about where's Wally, just Google it. It's that picture book for kids. It was made for kids, and you know, you've got to find Wally, and he's wearing a red and white striped t-shirt. Where's Wally? You know, you got to find him in the picture, and there's a gazillion things in the picture. So it's kind of like that. She's kind of saying, well, where is Wally? You're doing my head in, Wally. Where are you? He's kind of a little bit exhausted from working hard, trying to get the coins, trying to get those coins. A lot of divine masculines had some difficulty during the whole, world situation, being shut down and etc., etc. And so the focus has been to get some of the coin back that they may have lost in that time. Divine Feminine's really trying hard not to be toxic in her own situation, whether that's a situationship with someone else that she's in, or a behavior like a drug habit, or a, something that she uses outside of herself to cope. So it can be different for everyone, but if you're a divine feminine watching today, I just saw 1212 on the counter there, so that might be a synchronicity for you, 1212. Be careful not to go into any kind of drinking habit here with the Six of Cups. Okay, some of you may be having past memories about, ex-lovers or ex-friends, or, people that you used to be with. You may have some guilt around it as well. You may be feeling guilty. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. If only I had of ... All right. So don't beat yourself up about things that you can't change. Release it and let go. I will be making my course very soon for twin flames who are in separation, having a hard time. You can email me and let me know if you're interested in that. I'm going to be going over abandonment, PTSD, anxiety, and depression, including the dark night of the soul, the confusion that comes with the separation, balancing out everything together, including daily practices and mission work. So this is going to be a game changer for those of you who've either decided to leave the twin flame journey or who are in separation in the twin flame journey and are having a hard time. This is going to really help you through your day-to-day life so that you can, get back on track, both energetically and in the, in the 3D sense. Okay, in the 3D reality. So I feel like divine feminine's kind of in this waiting energy. Now, it's okay to be in the waiting energy as long as you're not obsessed with your divine masculine. Because this card here also for me can represent obsession. Has he sent a message? When was the last time he sent a message? He said he'd call on Friday and it's, it's Monday. You know what I mean? It's this obsessive energy. Remember the horse example. If you hold an apple in your hands and offer it to the horse, it may or may not bite, but if you start chasing it around, it's going to run away, okay? So you want to grab that apple, which is your love, and you know it's always there, it's in your heart, and you want to turn around and take the apple with you. So, you know, you still have them, you're holding them in your heart, you're holding them a special space for them, but there's no chasing. Alrighty? So it can be really hard not to chase the thing that you love because you don't want to lose it. And that's one of the biggest, hardest things on the twin flame journey, is that because you love your divine masculine so much, there's that feeling of wanting to chase. So I want to see what he wants to say in this reading and what divine feminine wants to say. Let's go with the feminine first. I feel like yeah, she does have something to say. Wow. I'm healing right now, she says. And notice the darkness she's in. She's trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel, quite literally there. I mean, she's not in a tunnel, but it's sort of looking a bit tunnel-like. Okay, so we're getting... The cards didn't allow me to shuffle very much for the divine feminine here, because she is wanting to pick up on the divine masculine, right? Many of you are saying, you know, you promised you'd come through, or you made some kind of promise that you were going to come to me, which is fine, but there's a big but here. I don't feel like we're working together. She kind of wants to say, you know, isn't a relationship where two people have a conversation? I want to have a conversation with you. Right? And then she goes, you know, this is destiny. So it's like the divine feminine's not realizing just for the moment that she can have a conversation with herself. Whatever she wants to have a conversation with the masculine about, she can look in the mirror and say it to the mirror. Okay? Let's say she wants to say, why aren't you communicating with me right now? Then she can ask herself that in the mirror. Why aren't you communicating with me right now? And what you'll find, divine feminine, here is that there's something that you're ignoring in yourself that you need to communicate to yourself. Okay? You never spend time with me might be another one. You never spend time with me. You're always busy. Say it to yourself in the mirror. You never spend time with me. You're always busy. And most divine feminines will resonate with that statement because they are too busy even to look after themselves. Most divine feminines are running around. We say in Australia, running around like blue-ass flies, which means, you know, they're just so busy that you don't stop. It's a really funny expression. But what are you doing, divine feminine? Take gender how it resonates for you, of course. What are you doing, divine feminine? Why isn't he coming in? What part of you are you ignoring? What part of you aren't you healing? Okay. Don't look outwardly to your divine masculine for him to change. Look inwardly for you to change. And then what you do within will come to you on the outer. And of course, if you need help with this, you can do my twin flame system, which will, it's 99.999% effective, just like condoms, if you want to get into union with your divine masculine, all right? So let's see what the masculine wants to say now. I'm going to be shuffling a little bit more. We'll see if any of the same cards come out. Because he doesn't realize that she feels like he's staying away. Unless she's said this, you know. unless she's had a 3D conversation. He may not realize that she's expecting him to come in. And then, of course, that word expecting, expectation. Goodness me. Wow. Oh my goodness. He's got an answer, Divine Feminine. You won't believe what it is. Wow. Okay. I'm going to get some clarifiers on these. Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. I've been loving you for a really long time. Okay. I've been in love with you for a really long time. For many of you, there's a third party in the situation in the way. Either you're divine masculines with someone, or you're with someone, or there's a work situation or locality, cultural difference, other blocks in the way, which is usually why we're not in union, right? Because of, the blocks. So, wow, he's answering. He is answering now. Wow, this is a double whammy here. We have this Three of Swords showing up here in this deck, and also, wow, also in the Game of Thrones deck. Wow, there we go, right? Third party situation for sure. Absolutely, hands down, without a doubt. If you're watching this today, there's some kind of block in the way. There may be more than one. It might be a locality difference, it might be a marriage, and it might be a work or job situation, right? It's causing him heartbreak, heartache. He doesn't like it at all. It's making him feel, look at the word, it's making him feel like he's betraying you. He doesn't want to betray you because he's got the call. Most divine masculines have got the memo. It's time to move. Without a doubt, hands down, he is so passionate for you. This is sizzling kind of passionate. This is a definite, I need to be with you. I want us to have passion. I want us to make love with one another. I want us to create together. And then we literally have the King of Swords in reverse, right? And the Eight of Spears, which is the same as the Eight of Wands in reverse. No messages coming through. And I can't speak my truth to you right now. Okay? Can't speak my truth to you right now. And this is because the divine feminine is energetically blocking him in some kind of way. So he might be sending small messages. There could be some messages here, but it's not that full-blown passion that perhaps it used to be, or that you were expecting. So the union has to come from you first. You have to come into union with yourself. Okay? And then what happens in the 3D is eventually the union comes and is divinely guided here. Okay? So we have the Ten of Coins in reverse as well here. This is, him still believing I haven't got enough money to hold this commitment together. They've done studies as well on how men feel about relationships. And if men don't feel like they are monetarily viable for the relationship, they feel as though they can't support the one they love. And so this can lead some of them into this frenzy of, I need to just work. I need to work and work and work and work and work and work. And, you know, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, doesn't it? We've called him Jack and Wally. I don't know. What other names can we come through with tonight? We'll see. There's some kind of secret here that you don't know about, and I want to delve into that now as well. I feel like the divine feminine kind of goes up and down with her energy. 1 minute she's in full-blown love with her divine masculine, and then she's kind of wants to kick him in the nuts, without meaning that literally. Don't ever do that to anyone, of course, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like, I love you, but I want to kick you in the nuts. What a weird energy. It's a weird energy coming from divine feminine. She's lonely. It's why she gets like this, is because she's very lonely. She needs intimacy. And it's very hard to be intimate with yourself. That's kind of the one thing that you can't give to yourself as a divine feminine, is the intimacy. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, look at this. I'm headed in the right direction for your loving and affection. I don't even know who sings that song. That just came into my mind. This is the guy who wants to give you all the love. But notice behind him, what's behind him? There's knowledge as well. He doesn't just want to give you love. He wants to share his knowledge with you. He also wants to share his wealth, which he's still building. He's still in the process of building the wealth. I'm just getting some clarifiers for the cards I've already put down. Divine masculine being a little bit difficult because this is a secret now that's going to come out. Okay. Ooh. A bit of a secret. The gang are on their way back, by the way. They went so far out into the backyard that I had no clue where they were for days and days and days. And they made a big mess, and so I'm making them tidy it up before they come back in, just so you know. Okay, so there was a little bit of confusion. Okay, this card wants to come out too. There was a little bit of confusion in the recent past about how he's going to have a victory with you. You know, how do I come across as this masculine knight in shining armor on my horse? For some of you, Christmas time resonates here, either for union or when you met your divine masculine. But it's like, how do I come through when I have only got 2 out of 10 coins? And I reckon on this card it says debts. It says a Lannister pays his debts. So he has some bills to pay, which is kind of exhausting. Now, this is linked to the root chakra, okay? So if you feel that your divine masculine is having issues with his money, work on your root chakra. I mean, work on all your chakras, but just know that the root chakra is coming up again this week as a reminder. He's kind of expecting that if he brings a message to divine feminine, that she's going to maybe be a bitch to him, because it's been a little minute, right? For some of you, it could have been more than a month that he hasn't communicated with you. So because he's tired because of what he's doing in his own world, he doesn't want to be in a defensive energy because he hasn't committed. And so it's easier for him to stay away. You know, sometimes it's easier to stay away than to face the music, you know. He's made promises in the past, I feel, and then he hasn't come through. This is the King of Swords in reverse. This is the Page of Cups in reverse. You know, I've made apologies to you before. I've made promises to you before, and then I've cut you off. Or I just didn't come through. But his worry is on the money. Right? He doesn't feel masculine if he doesn't have the money. It's this huge theme that's been going on for about a month now. Even though the divine feminine is like, I don't want your money, honey, I want your love. You know, Transvision Vamp. I was singing that the other day. It's this societal belief that to be successful, you need to have a certain amount of resources, whether that be a house, a car, a certain job. You know, imagine he rocked up on your doorstep with a sleeping bag and had no job. I mean, would you accept him, divine feminine? And most of you would say yes, you would. But to him, that's just too much to bear. You know, he wants to come to your door with chocolates and flowers and love. You know, and be able to take you out for dinner or something, you know. It doesn't have to be like a billionaire. It's not Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but maybe for some of you that movie resonates in some kind of way. You know, he may not have a private jet, but he wants you to think he's sexy in a money way, you know. You know, sometimes people wear those gold chains to signify that they've got money. I don't know, it's kind of cool, I think. I'm not cool, so I don't really know, but I just know that I've seen people do that. So that's his secret. His downfall is, I don't have enough resources. For some of them, they're madly in love with their divine feminines and they just feel that they, you know, they can't afford to buy her what she needs yet. And that's bothering them a lot. And they're feeling quite alone. But this is something that they need to work through on their own. This is, you know, kind of one of those life lessons that, you know, the money or the box. You know, that's a really old game that was on the TV, but in this case it's the money or the love, you know. And he wants both, but he's putting the time that, you know, divine feminine and masculine could be spending together is being jeopardized because he thinks he needs this money. So let's just have a little look at his last message. I already, you know, most of my twin flames that watch my channel, I think, are divine feminine. So that's why I'm tapping more into the masculine energy in general, because the divine feminine, you already know how you're feeling. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, we have this King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I cut you off. Wow, look at that. I cut you off and then the whole deck wants to fall. Was he arrogant in some way? I feel like he said something in the physical reality for some of you. Or he said he would, okay, this is saying, I'm going to give you this future. And then what? Let me see. Let's just see what comes out after that. I'm going to give you this future. which he's either still working on trying to do, or or he hasn't come through. And then look at what's underneath here. The no commitment again. I haven't committed fully. I hope the divine feminine's not going to, not going to do the same to me. Right? Because he's future projected. Look at this. Oh, wow. See, this is the card I was going to show you. But did you see that, how it fell? Wow. This is this future projection. And then we have literally got the King of Swords from the other deck as well. I gave you a future projection. I talked to you about a future projection and I didn't come through for many of you. Or I'm still trying to come through. Wow. Goodness me, the cards are just flying everywhere. All right, I just want to get 3 clarifiers and then we'll close it out. But we've got the Empress in reverse, followed by the 2 of Spears in reverse, and the 5 of Coins all in reverse. So it's this, I know who my person is, right? I want to have a victory with my person. I kind of ducked up, right? I'm not going to say the F word. I ducked up, right? Ducked starting with an F. You work it out. Read between the lines. Okay. Look at this. You're the one. You're the one that I want, honey. Ooh, 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 honey, the one that I want. Right? It's this Grease song. You can almost see him feeling riding that horse, and then he's going to put on the leather pants and be John Travolta. You're the one that I want. Do-do-do. Ooh, 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 honey. The one I need. Oh, yes, indeed. So we've got this, you are my person that I want to have a victory with. And for some of you, it will be by Christmas. They will be with you by Christmas. That's their goal. And you might not know that. Or you met them at Christmas time. That could be the other thing. I'm a bit knackered right now, but I haven't forgot about this future projection that I was doing. Right? I'm sorry I haven't messaged you. And I also left you out in the cold on your own. Left you out on your own. Bit immature. A little bit immature here with the page. I love how we go from the King of Swords, this really assertive bloke, in Australia we call men blokes. This really assertive bloke, and then we go back to the Page of Wands. I'm sorry I haven't brought you a message. It's like you can also almost hear him before his voice broke. You know what I mean? I'm cutting you off until further notice because I do not have enough resources. But I'm so sorry I haven't messaged you. You always want to do the chipmunk voice, right? It's kind of crazy. So he has to balance this out for himself. But there's, this 5 of Pentacles is kind of like, I've only got 5 of the 10 Pentacles that I need before I can come to you. So I might as well just stay away. I'll just cut my energy off. I won't speak to you. Or if I do speak to you, it'll be short and sharp and assertive and bang, bang, bang. I'm working right now. I'm busy right now. I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Oh, and underneath we finally have the Hierophant. So he does want to commit, but it just doesn't look that way right now. So ignore the circumstances in the physical reality. Don't have a word to them. This is Spirit saying, don't have words with them. Don't tell them off, because it's all about the money for them. Right? How do I impress her? I buy her flowers or a Ferrari or some lingerie or that perfume or that, I don't know. or that holiday in Guatemala in the jungle, right? They're just all about the money, which is a really 3D focus. But because the divine masculine comes from those, those bottom chakras, it's kind of understandable. He's really coming from those, bottom chakras, whereas the divine feminine's all in her head usually, and all in her high, when she's in her higher state, and being in her divinity, she will come through, from her higher chakras and be intuitive and nurturing and loving. So Spirit's saying to you, if you haven't heard from your divine masculine for a while and he does come back in, try not to be a bitch to him. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. Do not feel ashamed, I'm your help, I'm your something, I'm nothing in between. You know you wouldn't want it any other way. Remember that? I think it's Meredith Brooks' Bitch. And then she's like, ooh, ooh. Just when you think you got me figured out, the season's already changing. Sounds like she's got PMS. I think it's cool, you do what you do, but don't try and change me. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother. I'm going to have to do karaoke soon, aren't I? I'm going to have to do karaoke, woo woo. Anyway, I hope this message is helpful. Work on your root chakra and then go up from there. The only way is up, baby, for you and me now. The only way is up. I love that song, baby, for you and me now. I think it's actually called The Only Way Is Up. I don't know who sings it, but it was like a 90s, I think it was a 90s song. I don't know. The only way is up. So that's kind of like, work from the ground up, work from your root chakra up and see the difference. Go within, go within, go within. Stop looking outside of yourself for your divine masculine. He's working anyway. So work on you while you're in the separation. If you're in semi-separation or semi-union, which is half glass full way to term it, still focus on you. So then you're not projecting that chasing energy onto your divine masculine. It's really difficult to do. But if you do my twin flame system, I'll teach you all about how to do it. All right. So let me know if you want to do that. All you have to do is email me. Been doing a lot of private readings lately as well, which is great because I am a psychic medium. I can really tap into your energy. Make sure you send me a photograph of you and your counterpart. You can ask me up to 8 questions. You can choose a 30-minute, a 45-minute, or a 1-hour reading, and then we can go from there if you want to do any of my packages. Okay? So I am sending you a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. I love you all so much. Keep the faith. Don't forget to connect with your source, your creator, whoever that is for you. Okay? And I'll see you real soon. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Bye.